I want us to think first of all about the prevalence of the sin. The prevalence of the sin. How common is the sin of Christ's rejection? I would submit to you that the sin of Christ's rejection is a sin that is committed by multitudes of people who populate our world. Certainly it is a sin that the Scriptures speak much about. The Scriptures furnish us with multiple examples of people who willfully rejected Jesus Christ and His gospel and the salvation that He offers to sinners in the gospel. Now, we should not be surprised whenever we consider the prevalence of the sin of Christ's rejection. And I say that because before the Son of God ever assumed humanity and human flesh, before He ever stepped into this world, Isaiah, with prophetic insight, said the following concerning the reception that the Son of God would receive when He came into this world in that much loved 53rd chapter of His prophecy. Because in the verse 3 of that chapter, Isaiah 53, in the verse number 3, speaking about the coming Christ, Isaiah said with prophetic insight, He is despised and rejected of men, a man of sorrows, and acquainted with grief. And we hid, as it were, our faces from Him. He was despised, and we esteemed Him not. Rejected of men was Isaiah's commentary on the reception that the Messiah would receive when He stepped into human history. And as history then ran its course, and the Christ of God appeared onto the stage of human history, we find that Isaiah was found to be true with regard to the words that he prophetically spoke. Because in John's Gospel, as John comes to write the opening remarks of that Gospel, he came to write these words in John chapter 1, verses 10 and 11. He was in the world, and the world was made by Him, and the world knew Him not. He came on to His own, and His own received Him not. His own received Him not. Now John speaks of His own receiving not the Christ. And when he uses that term, he's obviously speaking about the Jews' rejection of the Lord Jesus Christ. But Isaiah's prophecy is much wider than simply reminding us or pointing us to the rejection of Jesus Christ by the Jews. Because Isaiah foresaw that Jesus Christ would not only be rejected by Jews, but He would also be rejected by all men. For he says that He is despised and rejected not of the Jews, but He's rejected of men. And that is exactly the case. Both Jew and Gentile have come to reject the Savior of the world.